Hello, my name is Dr. Erin Griffin, and I am currently an assistant professor at Seattle Pacific University here in Seattle, Washington, in the United States. I recently finished my PhD at Syracuse University last May, and my talk will be on gradient ambient obstruction solitons. So my talk will be broken up into three different parts, each roughly, I'm aiming for about 15 minutes. And the first will go over kind of motivating the study of geometric flows and talking about flows for some general tensor Q, and looking at one of the results that we get for a general tensor Q. Then in my second part, I will be talking and focusing on the ambient obstruction tensor as an example of such a Q. And so I will go through kind of the method that we use for finding results for the ambient obstruction tensor, as well as talking about the ambient obstruction flow, why we consider that tensor, why it's interesting, why it's useful. And then in the last part of my talk, I'll focus in dimension 4 specifically on the Bach tensor, and I'll talk about how that relates to the ambient obstruction tensor. And then again, talk about some of the very specific results that I found, talk a little bit about the methods that I used to find those results. And again, yeah, just really motivate why we care about all of these things and why the impact of this study on differential geometry as a whole. So hopefully you are able to watch those talks, and I'm happy to answer any questions afterwards as well.